Hello, my YouTube friends. TeresaLouise here, back on a Sunday. It's November 16th already. I can't believe it how fast this year is going. So I hope everybody's doing well. I'm hanging in there. Back at working on the horse. So I thought I would just do this today for the lack of any other bright ideas. And yeah, and just visit. So it's one of those kind of days. No stress day. Okay? So, hello, Brenda. Hi, Janet. Hello, Donna. Good to see you, ladies. And yes, I got my Willa is up here too. Hope everybody's well. So, yeah. So I'm working on the horse, and I'm just right now. I've decided to cut out like little pieces of fabric and see how that goes. So I thought I would do that for a little while and visit. And like, okay, so for instance, I'm still working on the darkest colors for the horse, so number 6. And so what I'm doing is I'm going through these fabrics and kind of cutting out what I think is like, the darkest stuff. And then I'm putting it in the tote. So I'm just making little shapes, not too big, kind of like puzzle pieces. And then when I go to use them, if I need to reshape them a little bit, no problem, I will do that. So, just little pieces like that. And then, yeah, kind of seems to go a little bit faster when you do it this way. In fact, this would be a really good thing for me to do downstairs, hanging out, watching TV, right? Because it's just one of those things where you don't really have to think about it all that much. And when I get tired of doing this cutting, then I'll work on putting some pieces on here again. I know I need a lot of this dark, so that's one reason why I decided to just do some cutting, right? So let's see who else we have. Oh, good, Brenda. Hi, Nikki. Hello, Donna H. How are you doing? Janet is trying to finish a quilt today. I have to scroll down. I can't see the whole thing. Oh no, not a cold. I'm sorry. Hope you get better soon. And sinus pain too? Not good. Having a cold really sucks. Not one of our favorite things, right? I'm trying to be really careful this year and, not catch one of those, but knock on wood. I need a little cutting machine that cuts these little pieces out for me. That would be really cool. Hey, Linda. She said, hello, TeresaLouise and everyone in the chat. Stopped in to give a thumbs up and we'll computer on, but hubby and I are going on a dinner date. I'll watch the replay. Have a great evening. You too, Linda. Have an awesome date. That's great. I love those dates. I think if Brandon and I lived in closer to a bigger town, we would get to have more date nights. He wanted to go to the movie theater here last week, and I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds like fun. Yeah, go to the movie, go to dinner, all that kind of stuff. So I looked it up to see what movie was playing, and it was, I don't know, some sort of cartoon thing for kids. I'm like, no, we're not going to go do that. So, and that was the only movie playing because, it's just a small town, right? So they only have one movie. I think they run it. Well, I know they run it for at least a week. It could be like 2 weeks. So we'll have to wait. They also have a old-fashioned drive-in. Do you guys remember the drive-ins with the great big screen and you just pulled in with your car? We used to go do those all the time when I was young. Especially, I think it was on Saturday night, you got full car discounts. So my aunt would watch us kids, and her husband, boyfriend, whatever, would take us, all of us kids, to the movie, give my mom and dad a break, right? Except for they would take us to these really scary shows, and there would be like 2 or 3, one right after the other. Boy, I had so many nightmares from that. I mean, scary shows. And I was like 5, 6 years old. And I can still remember it was, one of them was Chainsaw Massacre. So, crap like that. I don't know if my mom and dad knew. I think we were supposed to be asleep in the back seat, but I don't know. And oh yeah, that's where I saw Jaws. When Jaws first came out, was on the big screen like that. Those movie drive-ins were a lot of fun, but I could see where they would lose a lot of money, As we grew up and became teenagers, then we would sneak in. Because you know how kids are. Hi, Mona. We have a drive-in movie here, and oh, hey, Polly, in Buffalo. Awesome. Hey, Kathy. Oh, wow. Well, I'm glad to hear that there's more still open around the country. I think the one that's here is just open in the summer. My dog is going to town on that dog bone again. I think that's why she likes to come up here. find her bone. So what have I been doing this past week? Well, the first part of the week, I said last Sunday, I said I was going to try and come on live again, but my heart started acting up, having those racing heart problem that I have. So yeah, it just kind of happens. I don't know what I was doing that was different, if anything. Not that I'm aware of. Didn't eat anything different, or just started happening. So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday wasn't too bad on Thursday, and Friday wasn't too bad. And so far today is okay, but I've been having to take extra pills to bring my heart rate down, and they just make you so tired, So I just end up going to sleep. Yeah. And I sleep for like 2 or 3 hours. And then I can't sleep at night. I've been going to bed around 9 o'clock, and I keep waking up around 11:30, and I can't get back to sleep. So then I get up for a few hours and end up falling asleep on the couch. I'm kind of wondering if my bad sleeping habits aren't having something to do with the problems that I'm having. I don't know. But it's really hard to get anything done when you're too exhausted. Yeah, I've been thinking about, I've been taking, like I take a Benadryl now and then, but I'm thinking about talking to the doctor or the pharmacy and finding something that would be okay with the heart medication that I take. So I don't want to get too out of it, I don't want my heart rate to get too low. Polly said the drive-in movie here just reopened a couple of years ago. They only open in the warmer months. Yeah, that's how it is here too. Yeah, it's a pretty big bone too, Polly. So she doesn't like to try to haul it upstairs and downstairs. Plus, she's keeping it away from the other dog. Wouldn't want the other dog to get a hold of it. Okay, Mona, put me on the big screen. Hey, June. Hey, Andrea. Okay. So yeah, I think it was, think I went live for a while with Katie on Thursday and Friday for a little while. And I started another 3.5-inch square quilt, and it'll be in like light blue, teal colors. I got started on that. And that's really all I've done. Done a little bit of cleanup. Not too much, but a little bit. Hey, Kathy. Hi, Terry. So I'm looking around over there at my sewing spot, and I'm like, I really want to change this around, but should I do that again or just clean it up? Seems like I'm never 100% happy with the way I have things arranged, but the only way that I could rearrange it is I would have to box everything up and move it aside, and then, you know, move the tables around and then put things back out. And that would just take me days to do that. So maybe I will just try to get it cleaned up. Oh, I haven't seen that movie in a long time, Nikki. Nikki said she worked on a panel quilt today but got frustrated and watched Uncle Buck instead. Hey, so-and-so. How you doing? Yeah. You guys are the sew and I'm the chat today. Because I'm just cutting out fabric. I thought about sewing, but I'm going to tell you something. It is hard to do a live stream and sew at the same time. For me, anyway, especially if I just feel like talking. So that's why I just thought I would just cut out fabric. Of course, that 3.5-inch square quilt that I'm doing, you know, that's pretty easy. It's like mindless sewing, I would call it, because you just, you know, quarter inch, quarter inch, quarter inch. Alrighty. Yeah, I wish I really had a machine that, oh, hey. Oh, darn, it's a 3-pronger. I need a 2-pronger. I broke mine. These do not last very long for my headphones. So what I should do is go down to the store and see if they have any down there. I'm cutting out the darker pieces of the purple in here. I'm actually almost done with the nose over here on the horse. Yes, it is so-and-so. I go live on Sundays. around this time. Sometimes I'm sewing, sometimes I'm working on this collage quilt. Which is a horse. So you cut out pieces of fabric and you lay them about. You do the hokey pokey. I've been working on this for quite a few months, as I'm sure everybody could tell you. And then I have some other horses there in the background, hanging on the wall over here. Those techniques over for those two, quite a bit different than the technique that I'm doing here. Hey Jamie, how's it going, girl? I watched most of your video from the other day. I love that new scrap quilt that you're doing. And I got to thinking, I wonder what that would look like with scrappy half square triangles. You know, the background would be scrappy too. But because I have a whole bunch of scraps, half square triangle scraps. And yeah, so I was thinking about getting some of those out and doing that layout and see what they look like. Maybe try to pick out the half square triangles that are similar in color, because I don't know if I would. I think that your block had like 9 half square triangles in it, and I don't know if I have 9 that would be all the same fabric. Are you trying to get it sewn together now? It's pretty cool. Andrea said, I am usually napping at this time of day. I woke up today, so thought I would check in. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you. Katie will not be live today. She put up a post. She's tired and not feeling up to it, so she canceled the live today. Hi, Tammy. How are you doing? Oh, it had 7? Oh, I thought. Well, it's your block. I'm sure you're right. I'm not going to argue with you. Tammy's getting back into the studio today. Awesome. Hey, Gladys. We still haven't gotten any snow here. It's been pretty rainy. There is a little bit of snow up in the mountains above us, but not too bad. But yeah, no snow on the ground here yet at all, which is just really unusual. So I don't mind, because the longer it, I know we need the snow. That's, you know, otherwise we're too dry in the summer and that causes a lot of fire problems. But the longer it takes, the less I have to plow snow, right? So, just still cutting out all the dark stuff. So we're going to have a Christmas bazaar in on December 6th, I think they said it was. So I'm thinking about taking some stuff down there to sell. So what do you guys think about me finishing up the two horse quilts that are hanging on the wall, and maybe selling them? And what do you think would be a good price on those? They are pattern is called Summer Breeze, 25 by 27. And should I put some sort of hanging sleeve on it, you know, so they have a way to hang them up? Just a thought, but I don't know how much something like those would go for. Has anybody ever seen them for sale, you know, finished? Tammy, are you doing your after sunset Sunday? In the low 60s in Missouri? That's not too bad. Do a sleeve or loops, a hanging sleeve. Yes, Tammy is going to go live. She's prepping the studio for it now. Awesome. And Tammy goes live, I think it is at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I'm pretty sure Tammy is Mountain. So her time zone, of course, would be different for me, but for me, I think it's 7 o'clock. So you'd have, I'm Pacific, so you'd, you know, figure it out for your area. Yeah, okay. 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Yep. Idaho has 2 time zones. I live in the Pacific time zone, and south of me is Mountain Time, Standard Time. But you know, Idaho is a pretty long state. And I think because we're so far up north, Otherwise, I don't know why they do that. $86. Oh my goodness, Donna, that would be nice. So Andrea says, where in Texas? So and so. Donna and I are down in Evelyn near Galveston. Hi Debbie, how you doing? Let's see. So and so is in McKinney, just north of Dallas. Hi Teresa. Okay, thank you for letting me know a dollar amount. That's kind of in the area I was thinking. Hello, Pamela. Hi, big glasses. I hope that was a comment, a compliment. Oh, raining in Southern California? Nice. You guys could probably use that, couldn't you? Yeah, I don't think it was either, Terry. Which I think is really strange. Yeah, that's exactly. You got to know your area because the values change depending on the area that you're in. Yeah, but you got to remember here's the thing, with any art, your time, I'm not going to say, well, I don't know how to put this, but um, I can't always go based off of the time that I put into something because sometimes I take longer to do something because I might be pickier than some people. You know what I mean? Or I'll decide, oh, that doesn't look good, and I take it out and put it back together. So figuring out your time spent on a piece is pretty difficult. It is for me anyway. But, and as far as the price, there are quite a few people in this area that, you know, are well to do, I would say. They moved to this area to retire. They have nice big log cabins and stuff like that. Although they're not always the ones that are here in the wintertime. Okay, so and so, have a nice little walk. Hey, Mary. Okay, Mary, thank you for that. Oh my God, Donna. -7? That's still cold no matter what. Hi, Joe. How are you doing? Yeah, that cold is supposed to be heading this way. And the snow. I think we're supposed to get some snow tomorrow. Hi, Terry. I don't know if I said hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Katie. How are you doing? There you go, Andrea. Yeah, so I've been kind of making a list of things that I have made, that I have on hand, and other things that I could, get rid of at a Christmas bazaar. And so, all right, there's this, I don't have one right here, but it is, I'll just describe it. So you use a round bamboo, oh, it's like a cross stitch ring, whatever you call those. And you attach um, chicken wire to it. And then in the little holes for the chicken wire, you put these little beaded designs and stuff. And so can be a really cool wall hanging, or I was thinking to hang in the windows, because then with the beads and stuff like that, you would get some pretty color reflections. And so I was thinking about making some of those. I have all of the tools I need, and I just thought that would be fun. Okay, so I'm thinking about that. Um, I was thinking maybe doing some painted rocks. I don't know. That one is like, would be way down on the list. Making some Christmas ornaments. Um, hey, how about some huckleberry jelly? Yeah, it would be kind of like dream catchers, Teresa. Yeah. And then I was thinking about doing some watercolor Christmas cards. Mm, so some of the sewing things, I could make pin cushions. I still have some of those really cute mason jars. Uh, I don't know how long ago it's been now. It might have been a couple of years ago. I made those, made a pin cushion out of this type of mason jar. cute little jars. I could also put some huckleberry jelly in there and sell them in these cute jars. Um, we do have quite a few people in this town who sew, quilt, do crafts and stuff like that. So this is remember this pen cushion? I got the lid on there. But I have clips, and then the top is a pen cushion. There you go. It's kind of cute, huh? And let's see. This is the fabric Christmas ornament balls that I make. So I can make some of those. And okay, now this is really silly. Okay, you go out and get pine cones, little pine cones, and then you can make little fairy pine cones for your tree. There's the back. And I just took apart fabric flowers, and you just put everything back together using hot glue. And her hands are or her arms are pipe cleaner. She's kind of cute. And then she has moss for her hair. Those are a lot of fun to make. So I could make some more of those. Oh, fabric. Oh, that's a good idea. Fabric scrap cards. That's an idea. So I've just been writing ideas down. And I could take some of my smaller quilts, the lap-sized ones. First of all, I'm just going to try to gather up stuff that I already have and then kind of go from there because, I have good intentions. I have big ideas that sometimes just really don't ever come to fruition. Oh, yeah. That's what other thing I was thinking was hot pads, Christmas hot pads. I have a lot of Christmas panels and stuff that I could use for that. Hi, Joan. Joan is working on Becca's block of the month for November. Awesome. I am just cutting scraps or fabric for the collage and visiting. And talking about the upcoming craft bazaar. They're going to have it at our local VFW. That will be fun. I just hope I don't catch a cold. So knock on wood about that. Oh yeah, mug rugs. Oh, that's a good idea. Make a pocket on it to fit a little tea bag in it. Bow cozies, aprons. Yeah. I got all those sewing things on the list. You know, table runners or, um, and maybe do a few things that are like a set, where you have pot holders and table runners that would be a set. Oh, put on a mask? Yeah. I'm thinking putting on rubber gloves. Joan is looking forward to your live tonight, Tammy. Okay, let's see. I need to cut out some of these dark blue ones. Man, I might get to put a few pieces down here. Also, I have a bunch, I really don't wear jewelry anymore, and I used to. Um, and I have quite a bit of stuff that I would like, to get rid of. So that's bracelets, earrings, rings. So I was thinking about going through my jewelry box and seeing if I can't get rid of a few things. Also, I was thinking to take um, Christmas paper, tape, and bows down there with me. And I have a bunch of little boxes and stuff like that. So if anybody wanted something to be wrapped, then I could do that for them. I thought that would be kind of fun and a nice thing to do. Hi, Geraldine. How you doing? Yeah, oh, I used to too, Donna. But hi, Judy. I really can't stand to wear necklaces or anything or have anything like that around my neck anymore. Really bugs it. Yeah, I did get I have like I think one that still needs to be repaired, but the rest of them are all fixed. So yep, I did. I did. So, yeah, I'm going to start going through things next week and see what I can come up with. Did I ever show you those lights that I made? Fairy lights? Let me go get one and I'll show you. Now, this project is a lot of fun. Okay, I need a new fairy light in it. It's burnt out. But anyway, you can either put fairy light in here or um, a candle. And can you see it's got a fairy right here? Where's the other one? I have another one too that actually has. I don't know what I did with it. It used to be sitting over here. Now these fairy lights, you can change the battery in there. So you need Mod Podge, glitter, tissue paper, and then I had a bunch of these fairies that are cut out, and then of course this like burlap, and then just little decoration things. And it's really cute when you turn it on, but it's like I said, it's burnt out. Those are a lot of fun to do. So I have a couple of those. And then I have some other ones. Well, they're all the way downstairs. And they're mason jars also. What did I do with that other one? But they're the ones you put the candle tea lights in. I don't know where it's at. That's weird. Maybe I gave it to somebody. That could be. Um, December 6th. Yeah, I think I must have. That really bugs me when I lose something like that. Because it was over there in that corner forever. Maybe I took it downstairs. Well, it's kind of like that one, but it has a small string of regular Christmas lights in it. So you just plug it in instead of having to mess around with those fairy lights and batteries. Yeah, that bugs me. Let's see. What are some other easy things to make? I think making that huckleberry jam would go. I think it would go pretty good. And I was thinking I could also make scones or cookies or something like that using huckleberries. All right. Yeah, craft fair in December. So I'm just talking about things I can make for the. Oh, eyeglass cases. That's a good idea. Those are pretty easy to make. Good one. Hey, Donna M. She said she did something similar to that. Used pine cones and Christmas bulbs. Lights. Look so nice. That's one reason why I'm not so sure if I should reorganize that area over there or not, because I would end up not knowing where anything is. I'm still looking around. Still looking around for it because it's driving me crazy. The other thing I can do is sell a little bit of fabric too. Oh, double-sided table napkins. That's a good idea too. Let me write that down. Teapot cozy. Coaster sets, yeah. What is the name of that yarn that you use to make dishcloths? The ones that are like a little scratchy, you know? If Susan was here, I would ask her because she made me some, but so I can't remember what they call that yarn. I was thinking about some of those too, or dishcloths. Napkins that fold like a tree. Scrappy yarn. Okay, let me write that down. Oh yeah, scrubby. So I can do a little bit of crocheting. think I just remembered where that other jar is. No, but I did make these a few years ago, and they are, in fact, I did them on the live, and you use 2.5 inch squares, and then you have like a soft felt stuff on the back. Really easy to make. Little coasters. So I could make those. Super easy. Okay. Let's see. Where am I at? I think I want to do finish up this nose. I'm almost done with that. The dark part on that nose. Oh, phone case, cord keepers, scrunchies, neck warmers, some that are popular sellers. Thanks, Joe. Oh, hot mug wraps. That's a good idea too. Oh, yeah, Donna. I made dishcloths, cotton on one side and terry cloth on the other. Jar top openers. Oh, yeah. Those could be pretty popular too. Bowl covers. I don't think I've ever seen bowl covers. Yeah, little items for stocking stuffers. That's what I was thinking. Crochet dish cloths. Now, do you use like 100% cotton yarn for that? Napkin ties, like ties or ribbon. Key fobs. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I made a bunch of those. Oh, a cut. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Cut up a bath towel. Yep. Oh, okay. The bowl covers are usually used for bread or mixer bowls. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking, Terry. But then I was thinking, would you make something like that with fabric? Um, I mean, you not for storage, but just for decoration. I could see that like on my KitchenAid. That would be really cute. Oh, phone pillows and neck pillows. So what I'm going to do is after the live and when YouTube posts the chat, I'm going to go back through and write all these ideas down because I love it. Hi, Louise. My bowl cover is made from cotton. Of is that oilcloth? Oh, covered bread bowl. Yeah, those are nice. Would vinyl heat and bond on cotton work for bowl covers? I don't know. Wax bowl covers? Hmm. Well, you guys got a lot of good ideas. I knew you would. Okay, let's see. Where am I at on this? Oh, maybe I have. Looks like I have all the color 6 done on that nose. So I can move over to 5 and 4 and 3. Do I have any 6 up? Okay, this whole spot right here is 6. It's a big spot. Thank you, Lynn. Thanks for being here. Good to see you. How are you doing today? Louise says oilcloth just wipes off. Huh. Well, I don't have any of that on hand. Okay, Terry, thank you. So Lynn has a channel. If you guys don't know, she does a lot of fabric sales and stuff over on her channel. You should go check her out. Hey, Lori. Oh, bookmarks or covers. That's a good idea. All right. Now I'm going to see what things I have, what fabrics I have for number 5. And since it's still on the soft part of the lip and the nose, I'm looking for fabrics that are kind of smooth, if that makes sense. Something that doesn't look like hair. And it's got to be dark, but lighter than the darkest. Let's see. That's a good color. Quilted Christmas postcards. I like that. It definitely would be doing a variety. Oh, I'll have to look that up, Andrea. She said, I saw someone was making the bookmarks out of magnets that cover with fabric that fold over the page and they stick together. Oh, chapstick holders? I used to have one of those connected to my purse. Pretty handy. Key fobs. Another good idea. Oh, okay. I'll have to go check out Donnell's playlist. There's I can't remember the name of the channel, but there's a gal who um, shows you all kinds of different things to make that you can make to go to the craft fairs and stuff. I'll have to go look on her channel too. All right, let's see. Okay, I want this spot dark, but it's got kind of a light spot in it too. Let's see if I can do something here. This might work. It's got dark and light in it. I didn't really like the way that one turned out. Let's see. Oh, lanyards. Good idea. Needle holders for sewing needles. Tissue holders. That's another good one. Well, they're all great ideas. We're just going to say Doug. Hello. Sorry, I cannot pronounce your name. From Canada. Thank you so much for being here. I apologize. I don't want to butcher your name there. That one. Let's go this way. Dang, I didn't cut it quite as big as I needed. Is it like Dubrakova? I don't know. Sometimes that little iron really gets hot. Got a little bunch of little teeny pieces here. Thinking what I might do is trace them onto the fusible. That might be easier. Okay, Andrea, thanks for popping in. Have a good nap. Let's see. Oh, okay, Mary. Tara Reed. I'll write that down. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Shelley. Hi, Jaja. Oh, Mona fell asleep. Little cat nap. That's all right. Oh, no, the cat bit me and woke me up. That's not all right. Okay, Andrea, thank you. I appreciate that. What time is it? It's almost 3 o'clock. Okay. So, I think I want to switch over and do 1, 2. I'm going to stop on this part for now and move over here and do 1, 2, and 3 of the rest of this nose up in here. So, move this stuff out of the way for now. Okay, this is number 1. Thank you, Nancy. I'm going to move that camera up a little closer so you guys can get a better view. And then I'll cut out some number 1 pieces. And then number 2. Yeah. Sound like I have to go to the bathroom. Number 1, number 2. We have some of the most beautiful skies here. I'll tell you what. The sun is trying to peek through the clouds, and there's just like these big fluffy clouds everywhere. And on the other side of the valley here, on the other side of town, along the hill mountainside, the fog, there's fog in there. I'm glad it's not on this side, or our house would be in the fog. Really nice. I wish it was a little bit warmer out there. Okay, I'm going to move you. So this is where I've been working. There. Looks kind of funny in the camera, but I mean, there's still quite a bit left to do on there. Oh, thank you for the hearts. Appreciate that. Hi, Joyce. All right, so I'm just going to cut me out some pieces from number 1 so I can do this in here. And I have a little bit up in here on number 1. And then I'll switch to number 2 and 3. Yep, that's how I'm going to do it. So for number 1s, I have this. And some of this can be 1 because of the light colors there. This one is really good. And then I also have this one. And I use a little bit of this if it's really light, like in this spot right here. Got to be really light though, and not too many dots. And my number ones can have a little bit of color in them here and there. You don't want it just solid, right? And you probably can't hardly see that at all. Hey Zaza, how are you feeling today? Hey Rita. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Zaza. I'm glad, at least some of you like it or like watching the process. I know it's been, taking quite a while to get done, but it is pretty big. So there is that. Can you guys even see the color? Probably should zoom in. Yeah, they're pretty tiny. About like that. Some are a little bigger, some are a little smaller. I follow a few creators on Facebook, and oh, I wish I could remember the lady's name now. But she does like screen printing. Like screen print something with different colors and very vibrant. And then she takes those and cuts them into pieces. And then you put it back together like a puzzle or paint by number. And then you quilt it. And I mean, so in a way, it's kind of like, you know how you see those, what they call a cheater quilt? I would call it a cheater collage. And I can't remember the artist's name, but I was thinking, you know, that would be pretty good for newbies. You know, if you wanted to try this. One lady's been posting. She's done quite a few of them, and then she thread paints. They turn out beautiful. But I think it's like a, you know, kind of like a panel, right? Cut up a panel, put it back together. I have no idea how much they are. And I heard that the lady teaches a class. God, I wish I could remember her name. Yeah, the horse's noses are very soft. Bye, Joyce H. Have a great day. Thanks for coming. It's kind of like velvet, right? Okay, Tammy. See you later tonight. Have a good one. Thanks for coming. I've been on for almost 2 hours. So, okay. Let's see. What next? I might. You always need to make sure to overlap your pieces a little bit. And because it's a collage, you want a variety. Of course, when you're using batiks, I think, makes it much easier. I guess I shouldn't have switched to a light color because I don't think you guys can even see it very much. When you overlap like that too, um, where you overlapped, you get a little bit different shading. So you have to kind of take that into an account also. Sometimes I just like to move the fabric around until I find some place I think I might like it. Or cut it down a little bit more. I like that spot. Now hopefully I can remember the spot and angle that I liked. Okie dokie. Now there are some flowers on this one. And I could fussy cut those petals. And it's not quite big enough to go all the way across. So I'll just tack it down and then, but now there's like a flower right there, which is kind of cool. And then I'll slide some other fabric underneath there. Just a creamy white piece. That's all I'm going to use for fill in. Okay. Thank you, Kathy. Oh, weather stripping the windows. Rake and shredded leaves this past week. Oh yeah, having a shredder would be awesome. Could use it for mulch. he looks he looks like he's watching you paint his face. Yeah, he does kind of, doesn't he? It's like, you better not mess up. I don't want that color there. Good night, Mona. I'd like to have this done by way before August of next year, because I would like to put it in some quilt shows and stuff. Oh, he's pretty good. He's not too bad. I think he hasn't really been complaining about his hand, so that's good news. So it's getting better. He's taking his nap. Oh, thank you for the hearts. Yeah, you guys can't even see that flower I put in there right here. This piece of fabric I'm doing right now has a little bit of lavender in it, which is really pretty. There, we cut that pretty good. And stems make it look kind of like blood veins, which is kind of a cool effect. I kind of like the way that looks. See if I can find another one that has blood vein stems. Sometimes I get, I think, too picky about how to put something somewhere. Because, you know, you can always go back over it. Hi, Mary. Bye, Lori. Sorry I've gotten so quiet. That's what happens when I start to concentrate. Especially when I start doing these little pieces. Coming along pretty good. Except for I'm getting really tired. A nap is sounding better and better all the time. There's a dang one of those big fat flies flying around in here. Seems like I wake them up when I come in here. Otherwise, you know, they're fairly dormant. But I warm up the room and wake up the flies. It's looking pretty good. Oh yeah, you don't want to be on the roads when the deer are running around. Oh really? Huh, that's pretty late season. When did I start this project? Oh, was it like back in August, wasn't it? But then I took all that time off to pick huckleberries. I'd have to look back on the videos because because I had it, you know, I had it setting up for quite a while before I even really got started on it. And then I had the, you know, top of the head done for a long time, I think during huckleberry season. But yeah, I probably get 2 or 3 hours a week on this, but sometimes I skip a week. That's funny, Joyce. Yeah, if I still had my cat, he would probably be trying to get that fly. We decided not to hunt this year because we still have meat in the freezer that I would really like to get through it. Oh, really, Mary? That's funny. That's when you found me was Huckleberry. Oh, thank you, Joyce. It's nice to have hunters in the family. Because if you don't go hunt, they can help you out, right? Share. When I lived closer to my brothers and sisters, you know, we'd get together and help each other cut up the meat and package it and all that stuff. Oh, you're hoping that a little bit of my talent will rub off on you? Yeah, we have. I saw quite a few whitetail up in my upper pasture a couple of days ago. They looked really good, but in some areas, not that far from here, they have that disease where a lot of the deer are dying. You know, I can't remember what the disease is called, but so far, knock on wood, it hasn't hit up here. I don't know why they can't put out salt licks or something like that that has medicine in it. I don't know. But what we call down on the river, along the river, there was quite a few whitetail and mule deer that have died. And of course, we still have the elk coming in the yard. They'll be here all winter. Oh, nice, Joyce. My dad wasn't much of a hunter, but my mom was. And my brothers and uncles all were. Well, I think I got quite a bit done. It probably doesn't look like it, but I did. It's fun to do. You know, Joyce, I used to go get firewood with my dad. And so, yeah, I agree. Gets you out of housework. And I'd much rather go do that. Plus, my dad always got to pack really good lunches. or Mom packed really good lunches for me and Dad. Better lunches than what I got when I was in school. But I guess you need really good food when you're, lots of protein when you're hunting and getting firewood. Oh, good. Thank you. I'm glad. I worry about that you guys will just be super bored watching me work on the horse. But it's probably nice, too, to see what the progress is. Thank you, Brenda. It's coming along. Yeah, I can't wait to. Of course, there's some over here on this side, too. So it's going to be a while because I still got the horse's back right up here and part of the side of the horse. And of course, all of this, this is all the chest of the horse. And then there's still more up in here to do. And then, of course, I got to go back up and do some touch up, a little bit more on the eye. Although in the camera, on the video, that eye doesn't look too bad. But I need to put in more mane, the hair, the bangs and stuff. Oh, that's cool, Kathy. Yeah, I see about this time of night, which it's about 3:30, going on 4 o'clock in the backyard, what I call the upper pasture. And then the elk, we pretty much have them year round. Sometimes they go off for a while, but they always come back. Well, you guys, I'm going to let you go. It's been great seeing you today. If that helps me turning off the light, you can... Oh yeah, you can kind of see the fabric there a little bit better. So that's looking good. But still got a lot to do on it. Number 2s and 3s. And little teeny pieces for this part down here. I'm not so sure why they made those so little. Okay, they look little on the pattern, but in the photograph of the horse, not so much. I thought I heard a car coming, so I went to look, and I heard a baby elk calling out for its mom. Annie was barking, so I thought maybe somebody was here. She must have heard me open the patio door. All right, I'm going to close up, you guys. I don't know if you ever heard a baby elk call out. It's a kind of a high-pitched, like that kind of noise. Like that. Something like that. I don't want to do it too loud or the dogs start going barking and all that stuff. So okay, get all my stuff together, my notes. Go rest for a little bit, and I might come back up and try to get some of my craft ideas stuff together. So, hey Suzanne, just getting ready to leave, sweetheart. So you guys all take care, and I'll see you next time, okay? Have a wonderful Sunday. God bless you all. And remember to be kind. Bye for now.